Hold on, which camera? I was about to ask you how to do this. Never mind. I know.
Same boat here.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Preston. Welcome back to Typical. Today, I have a friend of mine.
Hello, everyone. My name's Sergio Diaz, and
Yeah.
this is my first ever podcast, so thanks for having me, bro.
Welcome. As we start every episode, all right, stick out your hand.
Oh, do I get one wish?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding.
I was really stoked for whatever that was
about
going
to
to be.
just burn you.
I was like, yes, initiation, do it.
I've been playing
Like my
with
dad, yeah. I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
Nice.
Love you, Dad.
I've been playing with matches a lot lately. Like, have you seen like in videos of mine? Like I've in the last 2 videos, I've just been doing it.
Yeah, I watch your videos.
Yeah.
I support.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Have you?
No, I haven't. I haven't noticed.
Okay.
Well, I saw the video where you like ran through a fence and you like hurt your knee,
yeah.
and then your homeboy that I met that one other time was
Yeah.
like sitting at your table.
Yeah.
That's the last video I saw.
Yeah.
I liked it. I don't know if you saw that.
Thank
but
you.
I liked it. And
No,
then
it doesn't tell me, but
oh,
I
really?
appreciate it.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's bull.
I know, but it's okay because I will say, I don't know, matches are fun, man. Have you played with matches recently? I've never actually like played with matches, and I just one day I was like, I had an idea for a video, and I just started just
going at it.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
the
Nothing
then
like
the-
some casual arson.
yeah.
I never really played too much with matches because I was always very prone to hurting myself.
Yeah.
But like, it's not. My reasoning behind not playing with matches was not because I'm gonna hurt myself. Because when you're a kid, even when you're prone to hurting yourself, you don't think about that.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like my parents always made sure that they were always like out of reach. And the couple times that I did play with matches, surprise, surprise, I would like burn myself, or I'd like burn a piece of paper and like freak out when it was on fire and like not know what to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So catastrophes have been avoided. I haven't burnt anything down, but
I think I was afraid of like fire and like I'm like afraid of knives.
knives.
Or not so much now, but I used to be like really afraid of knives. Like
Mhm.
I wouldn't use knives to like cut food or anything.
Right.
Or like even to like grab a knife. I think my mom just like drilled in my mind that knife equals death. Like she was like, "Hey,"
Or a lost phalange.
yeah, she made me like, I don't know, one time she like asked me to like pass one, and she's like, "Don't run with these. Do not run with knives ever." And I was like, "Okay." So then from that moment I was just, I can't touch one.
Oh my god.
But I'm good now.
See, I had a similar experience with my mother, but it was about like girls. She was like, if you even touch a girl,
Yeah.
she'll get pregnant. And I was like, in
Yeah.
3rd grade, I was like, what is that even? What is pregnancy? Like, what does that even mean? What's going on? Yeah. So for the longest time, I was like, is it okay for me to hug like my my friends that are girls,
Yeah.
or will they get pregnant? And I still like didn't even know, like fully comprehend what pregnancy even was. I'm like, I just know babies are somehow conceived when 2 people touch.
Yeah. When did that like thought like change for you? When did you like, oh, no pregnancy?
Oh,
happens
when my
I-
friend Brittany just like hugged me because I gave her like a card for her birthday or something, and she just hugged me, and I was like, and then
please,
and
I
I
didn't make
was-
you pregnant. Don't be pregnant,
Yeah.
please.
so nervous for like
Yeah.
the rest of the day, and like I didn't know that it takes 9 months. But the next day she didn't have a baby in her hand, you know, because
Yeah.
we're in like elementary school.
Yeah.
She didn't have a baby in her hand the next day, so I
You're
was
like,
like, oh yeah, oh, crisis averted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's share a little bit more about who Sergio is.
Oh,
Right?
Okay.
Let's delve into that. Well,
Oh,
first of
boy.
all, we met because we're both actors,
Yes.
and that is. I don't want to. You're not. I was gonna introduce you as my actor friend, but I think we are genuinely like friends now.
Yeah, fellow.
For a while.
Yeah, brethren in both friendship and as thespians. So
Thespians.
yeah,
What does that mean?
pretty sure it's just another word for actor.
Okay. Good to know.
I mean, don't quote me on that, but
Okay.
I'm fairly sure.
No, it sounded fancy, so I was just like, damn.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Sorry, we'll get back to the actor thing, but I am impressed by your vocabulary.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of TV.
Nice. But yeah, so you're an actor, I'm an actor. That's how we met, and boom, he's here.
Boom.
Is there? Well, I mean, obviously there's more, but like what? So
Do you remember the first time we worked together?
yeah, I was like a smaller role. It was. Yeah, I was just like I just show up to the door. I say like 2 lines,
Yeah.
and then that was it for me.
'Cause I don't. I cannot even picture this day in my head.
Are you serious?
Yeah, all I know is that there was my life without you in it, and now you're kind of in it, and that was can't even remember how or where you came from.
Oh.
I just know we both work on Illumibly.
Yeah.
I know that's how we met, but I can't remember the day.
It was March
or
5th.
the shoot.
It was March 5th around like 4 p.m.
Did people hear that? Sorry if you heard that. I just burped.
No, it's okay.
March 5th?
Yeah, it was March 5th.
Wow. I'm impressed.
I don't know the date. I was just kidding.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I figured, I don't know. I was kind of flattered.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. So, as an actor, do you have dreams and
I do.
aspirations?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any type of show or a media that when you consume it, you're like, yes, this makes me want to be an actor more. This makes me want to go do this, because that happens to me all the time when I watch stuff.
Yeah, it really depends on the week, because sometimes I'm like TV shows, like when it's a good fucking TV show, like
Yeah.
Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul,
Mm-hmm.
Parks and Recreation. I'm like, I want to be on a fucking awesome TV show like that, like, you know. I just saw Avatar: Way of Water, and I don't think it was necessarily like, oh, what an awe-inspiring film. Like, it was beautiful. It was a cool film. But to be able to be a part of like a film that's like pushing the boundaries technology-wise, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty revolutionary.
Yeah, exactly. Like that must be really, really cool. But recently, I think I've been a lot more into animation. And
Ooh.
you know, and that's voice acting, but acting is acting. Voice acting is not any easier just because you're not being seen.
It's a different. It challenges you in a different way.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the ABCs are in regards to just like the acting part of it. Like, there's voice training for sure, and that should go hand in hand with your acting. Like, probably shouldn't even be separate, but like the ABCs of it, I would imagine, like, you know, how you analyze the script and the character and how you build the character is, I would imagine, like, I would approach it very similarly to the way I would approach any other role that I'm a part of for whatever project.
Yeah.
But since you mentioned Arcane,
Yeah.
I watched it and I just remember thinking, my God, what an amazing show.
Dude, it gets me excited every time. Just to think about it.
They pulled off so many things perfectly.
Yeah.
And like Silco is just one of my favorite characters of all time from a TV show now.
I'm so glad you watched it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You changed my life, like,
dude,
legitimately.
I'm not even joking. Like, when I watched it, it changed something in me. Like, it literally made me just want, like, I was like, I'm going to make I was already going to pushing myself to make something, but I was like, no, I'm going to make something great. I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, it gets me amped. And I even watched like the documentary and like I shed tears every time I like watch the documentary or the show, just a little bit, and I'm like, so good.
I still haven't watched the documentary, but the way you're describing it, like, it sounds as like it's as good as the show.
Yeah, because you
in a different way.
Yeah, because you like see how everything came together, and you get like it goes like specifics. Starts with like writing.
Yeah.
Then it goes into like the animation teams and like the specifics of like they made like actual working digital props that you can like move and animate, and then it goes to like the voice acting section. Then it goes to like sound effects. Then it goes to like music, how they make the music, and then it goes to like the actual premiere day.
And you were talking about how it almost didn't even get made.
Yeah. It almost didn't get made, but I'm so glad it got made because it changed me.
Yeah.
Creatively.
But that's the business for you. You really never know what's going to happen, and this sounds super pretentious, but I heard John Krasinski say it, so if he can say it, then I think it might be valid, you know? He said, making movies is like playing jazz. Making movies is like playing jazz, because like you just got to roll with the punches. And, and being on a smaller set like Illumibly, like Yeah, we roll with a lot of punches there. Like everybody's great, everybody's fantastic.
Yeah.
But like sometimes there's more locations than like that we would want, right? And there's like somebody has a heart out at like 5 and we got to get them out, and then it gets
Yeah.
dark and then it's raining and you just got to like roll with the punches, right? You got to go through all that and get it done and give a performance. We're going to blink and we're going to be walking the red carpet and we're going to be like, "Whoa, how the hell did we fucking get here?"
We were talking about this last time.
Yeah.
And we were like, I have this thing with my friend when we play video games. I'm like, we see a trailer for a game and we're like, oh, we get so excited for it, and we're like, and he'll be like, oh, what, it shows the date. Man, that's so far away. And then I'll go, hey man, close your eyes, we're there. And then he's like, oh yeah. And then we both close our eyes, we open our eyes, and then it's out, and we're playing it together. And we're like, hey, did you remember when we closed our eyes? And I was like, yeah. It was like, we're here now. So then I told Sergio that, and we were imagining the same scenario, but on like the red carpet for like a premiere or something like that.
Yeah. And I really took that to heart because like,
right?
I felt that before,
It's
where
pretty
it's like,
impactful.
yeah, I remember being in elementary school, and I must have been in 4th grade, and I was playing on the playset during a recess, and it was like a beautiful sunny day, like maybe like 1 or 2 like perfectly white puffy clouds in the sky.
Yeah.
It was nice and warm, like literally like a butterfly like flying in slow motion, and I'm looking around and I'm thinking, wow, what a beautiful day. It's so crazy that I'm like 8 years old right now, or however old somebody is at 4th grade. I don't know. It's like
10.
yeah, like 10, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. But I remember having that thought, like, I am so small and I have so much of my life to live, and I am in this moment right now. But like, I'm gonna blink and I'm gonna be graduating high school, and like it literally felt like I blinked and I was already like graduating high school.
Yeah.
And then I went to college, and then I blinked, and now I'm like an adult now.
And now you're here.
Now I'm here. Now I'm 26.
And then we're gonna blink, and we're gonna do this another podcast episode
Yeah.
in the future.
Yeah.
After like something.
We're gonna blink, and we're gonna be like living the careers of our dreams, like sharing a mansion, maybe just for fun. Just for fun.
Yeah.
Like we only go there on the weekends.
Yeah.
You
Why
know,
stop
to
at
party.
one
Yeah.
mansion? Get like 2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be like, hey, remember when we said this was gonna happen?
Yeah. I get half of your mansion. You get half of my mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the exits are like swirly slides.
Yeah.
And then we meet in the middle into a pool
Yeah.
or something. That'd be
I can see it already.
right. Just 2 giant like adult babies.
Yeah.
With a lot of money.
I want to go back to like the voice actor topic,
Mm-hmm.
because you were like, it's a different thing, because it's so they gotta like animate their voice way more. There's more energy, and then you brought up Arcane, and the way they do that, it's more grounded and less like in animation. Sometimes it feels like the voice is carrying the animated character's performance,
Mm-hmm.
but in Arcane, the animated character's performance matches perfectly with just the casual, normal talking of like how people would be.
Yeah.
Because like, when you say anime, I imagine like what?
Yeah.
Like something surprise happens. Huh?
Yamate Kudasai.
I don't know what the fuck I was saying. I was gonna say something, but I don't know what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But that's the point. Like I was trying to make sounds, like, because that's it. Like something surprise happens, cuts to a frame of them going what, and their heads like rising while the background's going down.
Yeah. Like the background is one solid color, but there's like movement lines or something.
Yeah.
No, I feel that. I think it's weird because with Arcane, it's like a chicken or the egg situation. It's like, what came first? Was it the voice acting that mostly carried through and showed the animators what to do?
There's an answer for
Or
that.
did they already animate some of that?
There's an answer for that.
All right. Can I give
Gotta
you my
watch
hypothesis
yeah,
real quick?
Yeah.
So I think it's like a mixture of both, right? I think the amount of detail that went into animating these characters
Mm-hmm.
also played into the amount of subtlety, but like nuanced subtlety, and the voice performances. Because with those voice performances, every emotion that their voice actors, and I don't know them by name, so apologies, I guess, if they ever listen to this. I don't know why, but anyways,
It's okay. You never know.
You never know. Exactly. But the subtleties in their voices, like, I felt like were picked up and highlighted even more by the animation, because sometimes it was so subtle you wouldn't know that maybe that it was there, but then in the animation it could have just been like they animated the eyebrow to twitch ever so slightly to move like a frame, and it makes all the difference, you know. And I think they both parties, the voice actors and the animators, really did a great job at locking into nuance, and I think that's what made it work.
You literally got it exactly. It's a mix of both. It's what it
There
was.
you go.
I mean, animation came first, but then once they kind of knew the type of thing performance wise what they wanted, but then when they got the voices, they were like, oh yeah, we can definitely just play it more chill, like more nuanced, and like what does nuance mean? You were saying that a lot. What does that
Nuance?
mean in this scenario? What does that mean?
Just layers of complexity to what is going on.
All right, thank you.
I would imagine.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the way I was using it anyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kept hearing you say that, and then every time you said it, I was just like, wow.
Yeah. It's like almost undetectable nuance. So maybe saying like subtle nuance might be redundant.
That's okay.
I'm the king of redundancy, so it's fine.
The point is, it was subtle and natural, and yeah, they both played a part.
Yeah. God, I love it when that happens.
Yeah.
I love it when like a team, because you got like with all those animators and everything that needed to be done with that show, like what an amazing achievement that like that many people, which I imagine would be a lot, were able to coordinate and come together into and unify each of their individual visions, because they're all artists.
Yeah.
They all have ways that they thought it should have been done, and for it to come out as good as it did, like fucking kudos, man. And that's what I fucking love about what we do.
That's what I fucking love.
That's what I fucking love about what we do.
I agree. That's like my favorite thing ever. You should definitely watch the documentary.
I know, I need to.
You should definitely.
If my insomnia kicks in tonight, and 99% chance that it will, that's what I will be watching.
Yeah. But yeah, side note, or not side note, but for show, do you skip the little animated intro, like where it's like giving like maybe like directed by blah blah blah, blah. Like it's the intro. Some intros you can skip, right?
Yeah.
But like Parks and Rec, it has the dun dun, like all the little picture frame things. Do you skip that?
It really depends on the day, because sometimes like if I haven't watched whatever I'm watching in a while, and I kind of want more of that nostalgic feeling, I'll sit through the intro and think about like, oh, like I remember watching this, you know, in my dorm in college or whatever the heck, you know, or as a kid. So I just started rewatching Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I swear the older I get, the more I get out of that show. Funny enough, like it just, again, like you just get something new out of it.
Yeah.
And it might be because I haven't watched it in literal years, so I forgot a lot of it. But it feels like as you get older, you pick up on different themes and different themes that you weren't picking up on before as a kid, because you've gotten more experience and you have a different way of looking at the world. And that's how you know it's a good show. And so for that reason, since I haven't seen it in a long time, I was like, no, I want to hear Katara say, you know, everything changed from the Fire Nation attacked, and everything, you know. So I sat through it for like the first 3 or 4 episodes as I started rewatching it, but now I just skip it.
Yeah. I know I never skip them. Like never. I love a good like animated title sequence to like a show. Like it just, that alone gives you the feel and the vibe of whatever it is. And I just love them. Like I enjoyed Arcane's. I like I'm not about to list everything. I like Communities. There's all kinds that I like enjoy. Some are like really simple, but it fits the show. And there's others that are like super beautifully artsy, well animated or created or shot, and I'm like, yeah,
I
this is cool.
I think the only opening intro that I've ever like even like just stopped in my tracks if it happened to be on TV. Like if nothing else, I was just gonna watch the intro, not even the full episode.
Yeah.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
What the hell are you saying right now? That? Oh, and then you just you're like, no.
I don't march in place. I just sit there and listen to the whole thing. It's a
Okay.
bop, man.
Yeah. Can I be honest?
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you. I'm not that into SpongeBob.
That's totally fine.
I mean, I was when I was like, I'm not like as obsessed as I am now, like as my age.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some people that are like older, but are like super obsessed with SpongeBob,
Yeah.
which is fine. You know, if they enjoyed that, that's what's up. But it's not me.
If it's not for everybody, like my mom hated that show. She didn't like it when I would watch it. She'd call it La Esponja Fea,
Yeah.
you know, the ugly sponge.
My dad hated it too.
Yeah.
I would play it, and I mean, I loved it a lot as a kid. Like I would play the video games of it too.
Oh,
But-
yo, the video games were fun.
They were.
Yeah.
But I would play it in the car, and just the high pitch, he would hate it. By the third episode, he's like, "Turn it off,
Now.
turn it off.
I'm begging you.
Don't watch anything else anymore." And I'd be watching it from either like a little like lap screen DVD player,
Yeah.
or eventually we got a car where it's like in the actual like roof of the car, and it just like swings down and then plays. But yeah.
So he never got you headphones, so just like plug into the headphone jack and
I wasn't into headphones. I don't know.
you just were no.
Yeah,
throw 'em off.
I don't know. I didn't think about headphones.
That probably would have been a good investment. If I was your dad, that would have been the first thing I bought after that. So SpongeBob, like I love it. It has a special place in my heart, obviously, because I grew up on it.
Yeah.
But I grew up on a lot of other things too that are debatably or maybe not so debatably better than SpongeBob, you know? Like Teen Titans, for example.
Dude, Teen Titans.
Yeah.
I love that show.
Yeah. It's fucking incredible.
I haven't rewatched it ever since, but still.
Oh my god, it's so good. I also have not rewatched it since, but like I'll see clips of it online and I'm like, I need to rewatch this.
I feel like the animation of it is very unique.
Yeah. It was very anime inspired.
Yeah.
It's like Avatar, like The Last Airbender in that sense, where like the animation was very anime inspired, but it's
Mhm.
like a Western cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like it when like styles mix and blend that way, like Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
How unique that like art style, the art direction that they took there, it's fucking incredible. I love it when that shit happens.
I love when that shit happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But SpongeBob, circling back to that real quick. So I watched it as a kid, really loved it, and then I met a good friend of mine named Leo in college,
Mhm.
and he owned the first like 3 or 4 seasons on DVD, so we would watch those, and then that just kind of like re-sparked it, and if anything, it became funnier,
Mhm.
and so because of him, I speak in like fluent SpongeBob quotes.
All right. Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, or Disney Channel.
If I had to only watch one
If
thing,
you
it would
only-
have to be Cartoon Network.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there a reason behind that? I myself would say either. Okay, I mean, you already gave your answer, Cartoon Network, but
Yeah.
which one, what would be a second, like, if you had, maybe every Friday, you're able to switch to this channel?
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon?
Mhm.
Okay. I would do Disney Channel, Nickelodeon.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe Disney Channel. Well, Disney Channel is only appealing because of the holiday stuff, like
Dude,
Hocus Pocus and shit.
No, bro. It had so many shows.
What, House of Mouse?
The hell was that?
You never watched House of Mouse?
Is that Mickey Mouse?
Yeah, that's actually surprising.
I never watched anything Mickey Mouse related.
Oh,
Yeah, but
huh?
I would watch. Well, cause
You missed out.
okay, so I'll give my reason for
Yeah.
Disney Channel. I liked that style of show. It was like there were a lot of sitcom shows on there. There was Wizards of Waverly Place.
Never watched it.
There was Good Luck Charlie.
Never watched it.
There was also Austin and Ally.
first time hearing about it.
It's before your time, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess for you, Disney Channel was very childish, but then for me, it started to like kind of move into a little more. It started to age with me a little bit.
Gotcha.
At least that's what I imagine.
Yeah.
And plus the movies with it too, that they would have. Yeah.
I remember a very young Shia LaBeouf in my Disney Channel stuff. At least I think
For
it
me,
was,
that I don't.
right. He was on Disney Channel first.
He was on one of them.
Yeah.
He was on Disney Channel or Nickelodeon. He was on something.
Oh yeah. Maybe I'm confusing it, but
Yeah.
yeah.
For me, I don't. That wasn't for me.
Disney-
Or I didn't. That wasn't. I grew up when that was done.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Yeah. No. And just so the audience knows, I'm like significantly older than you.
You're not
Even though we
older than
look
me.
the same age, not significantly.
Yeah.
I'm 5 years older than you are. That's a pretty
Is that
solid.
accurate?
Yeah, you're 21, aren't you?
I'm 20. Thanks. I'm 22.
You're 22?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm only 4 years older than you. Wait. Yeah, I'm only 4 years
Okay.
older than you are.
It's late. You know.
Are you gonna be
math is
23 soon? Anytime soon?
June.
How many months are? Oh. Oh, but then yeah, no, yeah, we're good. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 4 years older than you.
Okay.
I graduated high school as you were just starting it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Disney Channel. Yeah, we grew up with completely different generations of Disney Channel.
Yeah. I
feel
guess
like.
just in shows in general.
Yeah.
So like, what's Cartoon Network for you?
Cartoon Network for me.
Yeah.
It was just all like the really fucking great shows. We had a Cowboy Bebop on Adult Swim. We had, or at least Adult Swim or Toonami, because like it was Cartoon Network, then Toonami, then Adult Swim, and like
I don't know
somewhere in between. Some shows would like blur the lines between Adult Swim and Toonami.
I don't know what Toonami is.
Oh my god,
Is that like?
you poor child. Boy. I guess that really shows my age, doesn't it?
I guess.
I'm only
I just
26.
knew Cartoon Network and then Adult Swim.
Yeah, no, it went Cartoon Network, and sometime at night, I don't know the exact times, and went to Toonami. So Cartoon Network, we had like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends,
Yeah.
right? Or Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Yeah.
And then once Toonami hit, we had Dragon Ball Z, we had Naruto, we had I think Sailor Moon, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'm just making that part up. Could be a false memory. It was like more anime style and like more adult themed shows. And then we had Adult Swim, you know?
Yeah.
And that was like all the
Robot Chicken.
like Robot Chicken and adult shows. But like I don't know, I never really got too into Adult Swim. I was just like, this is fucking weird.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a lot of stoner like
yeah,
comedy.
I could see that.
And I think just too many references that I didn't understand, and like more half naked women on there. So I guess as a small child that was kind of appealing, but like I was like, this isn't funny. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, what was Nickelodeon for you?
Nickelodeon was Fairly Odd Parents, Jimmy Neutron,
Okay.
Danny Phantom.
Okay. Then we had
Bruh.
we had the same Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
I had those same things, but then I grew into iCarly, Victorious, something else. Yeah, something else.
See, I've heard some of these shows before, and my younger cousins are the ones keeping me young right now.
Yeah.
And like they kind of grew up watching that, so I'd catch snippets of it. And it's funny because like my friend Luis, he had like a sort of like, he was like, yeah, we were talking at school one time. It was in high school. He was like, you know what, iCarly's actually kind of a good show, and he sounded kind of ashamed admitting that. But I was like, okay, dude, yeah, whatever you like, man.
Yeah.
Like I don't take the time to watch it, but who knows? Maybe I'd like it if I give it a chance.
Yeah.
Like it's fine.
We're not gonna beat you up because you like iCarly, bro.
Yeah, what is this, a fucking 80s?
Yeah.
The 70s? Whenever bullying was a problem, it was.
You like a show that has girls as main characters? What the fuck?
What the fuck's wrong with you? Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that was still a problem, I guess, growing up
I
back
guess
in my time.
I could kind of imagine like
Yeah.
how if you were to like say, yeah, I liked iCarly, and then if someone else in the room doesn't go, yeah, I like that show too, then it could feel like,
Then it's weird. Then it's the end of the world because you're a teenager and you can't think ahead.
yeah,
You know?
then everyone else is like, iCarly. That's for
iCarly, the
babies,
fuck?
but
Yeah.
it's not. It's like literally meant for their age group.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah.
Yeah. For me, Cartoon Network was I think my favorite thing on it was Total Drama Island.
Oh yeah, I never got into that show, but yeah,
It was one of my favorite shows from there.
Camp Lazlo was pretty funny.
I would watch it. I would watch it because it was on.
Yeah. Okay.
Like if Disney Channel didn't have anything better, Nickelodeon didn't have anything better, and then Cartoon Network had that, I'd be like, sure,
It's fair.
I'll put it on.
I feel like Cartoon Network was a lot more into the not so pretty style of animation. Like they wouldn't be afraid to make things look a little weird, a little odd.
Yeah, each show had a distinct look, which
Yeah.
I appreciate.
They were very experimental, which I thought was really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like as a kid, you're like, I don't see cartoons like this anywhere else.
You know what I just realized? How come? Okay, so Nickelodeon had Nickelodeon, and then Nick at Night, right?
Yeah.
And that was like the George Lopez show.
Oh
and then like other shows like that, right?
Yeah. God, what a throwback.
And then Cartoon Network had Cartoon Network, then Adult Swim. But like, I guess Disney Channel's version of that was Disney Channel, which was all the new stuff. But then at nighttime, it was just old, like the older stuff, like the shows that you would watch.
Yeah.
Or
'cause they were always family friendly. They never ventured into anything
Yeah.
like more adult themed until recently.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's interesting.
it is interesting.
Yeah.
Do you miss?
The CWB on Saturday mornings.
What is that?
The CWB.
What is
Kids
that?
CWB.
What is that?
It's just like it was just a channel, and it showed like Yu-Gi-Oh and The Batman and a bunch of other Saturday morning cartoon shows.
Yeah, I don't know.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think, at some point too.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't watch any off-brand TV shows or anything. No, I'm kidding. I'm sure it was a legit channel. But
Yeah.
I stuck with just the three that I...
I think it showed Pokemon too or something.
Oh, shit.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know, man. You're making me like go way far back, and it's hard. It's hard to reach that deep in the bag.
I know. But that's I think it's important to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's important to reconnect with our youth. It's important
The
to...
youth that we still have.
Yeah. Because it's all in here.
Youthier youth.
It's all in our brain. But you just have to unlock it.
It's like an exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also running off of like 2.5 hours of sleep.
That is true.
Yeah, but that's nothing new.
That's like every day for you, though.
Yeah, dude, I'm so scared I'm going to develop like fucking Alzheimer's or some shit. Like the best way scientifically proven that I've heard of to prevent that shit is to sleep. And I need to fucking sleep.
Yeah.
I need to sleep a lot more.
Yeah. I hope that doesn't happen to you.
Thank you. I also hope that doesn't happen to me either.
Yeah.
Yeah. So far, so good.
We can get comfortable, man.
I just
Come
have
here.
I just
Lean
have
back.
short-term memory.
Get in the corner, lean back. Let's get more comfortable, because I just realized, because since I leaned back, your face was like turned away from camera. That was my fault.
You're chilling.
But let's open up. Let's
I just
like
chill right here.
a stage.
So it'll all hang out.
Yeah. Also,
it
by the
all
way,
hang
for anyone watching, I'm saying it like 30 minutes in, but I arranged the setup a little differently. I'm just experimenting. I'm just trying things.
Brave man.
Yeah, because nothing's typical on this pod.
Nothing ventured, nothing learned.
Yeah. I like your jacket.
Thank you. I got it in San Francisco.
Nice.
I forget what store it was, but I haven't. And it's not vintage. A lot of people ask, "Oh, is it vintage?" Like, no, it's not that cool.
Does that matter? What is vintage? Does it just mean older?
Yeah, like older,
Okay.
hand-me-down. I think
Okay.
think something is considered vintage if it's 20 years old or older.
Okay.
It's not vintage. And it was definitely like several of them made, like probably mass produced.
Okay.
But that being said, I have never seen anybody else like wear a jacket like this.
Yeah. Question. So you said vintage. What were you looking at? Did I
Well,
throw something?
I think you might have pointed that way.
Sorry. So I did question.
Or maybe I'm just tweaking. Tweaking out.
I'm just controlling you
Yeah.
subconsciously. Yeah. So vintage, when does it stop being vintage? What is like a suit of armor, you know?
It never
is that
stopped.
vintage?
100%.
That's vintage?
That's ancient.
Yeah, exactly. That's I guess.
Maybe not ancient, but it's very old. It's vintage for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. 20 years or older, vintage. You're vintage. Plus
I'm
2.
Vintage.
Yeah. You're a vintage 2000s baby.
Yeah.
Or 1999?
Nope. 2000.
2000 exactly.
Whatever year it is, that's how old I am. Basically.
Oh shit.
For half the year.
Ain't that something?
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
That makes it so easy.
It does.
Is someone asks you, "How old are you?" It's like, "What year are we in?"
I mean, for the first half of the year, it's not accurate, but then the second half, yeah, like right now, it's correct.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. I have to do math. I have to actually keep track.
Yeah.
1996, baby.
I know. I feel like me because I was born on 2000s. Is that weird to say? Like
You feel like you?
I feel like so me.
I think I know where you're coming from, but like, yeah, like, duh, like,
Yeah.
of course, I would hope so.
Yeah,
Unless you're disassociating, in which case I would suggest that you get professional help.
yeah, something's happening.
Hey, no shame, man. Hey, no shame. We all have our struggles. Like my cousins tell me, like my younger ones are like, hey, you were born in the late 1900s, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Like, and then I'm starting to see like the year 1996 pop up in movies in like, you know, like the bold fucking numbers that they have at the beginning when they're trying to establish like the year and like the setting and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the year was 1996 as if it was a long time ago, and I'm like, yo, no. I'm too young to have my birthday pop up in movies like that.
Yeah, and it's in black and white filter so like, for a flashback or something.
Yeah, back in the days.
Yeah.
Back in the days, I had to actually push my skateboard with my feet.
Yeah.
Now you just lean forward and like it just rolls for you. Like it's crazy. Fucking one wheel. Have you seen that? I kind of want one.
My sister rides one all the time.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. There, I think if you look over the couch, there's one in that corner.
Shut up. Really?
Yeah. I believe so. Either that or it's in her room. Is it there or no?
No, it's right there.
Yeah.
Wow, I've never been so close to a one wheel before. That's kind of cool.
She asks everyone to like ride it or if they want to try it. And one day I was like, yeah, I'll try it. So we go out in the front yard and she's like showing me like you put pressure here, it goes forward, put pressure here, it reverses. And I was doing okay. I went up the ramp of a driveway and then I came back like to her. And like when I was trying to dismount it, I didn't know how to dismount it. So I like lift my left foot, which was the front one. So I lift that up and then the thing just under me and I fell right on my ass and my tailbone hurt.
I am so sorry.
My tailbone hurt, man. I sat on a pillow and then afterwards, after that happened, she was like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I was like, "Yep." And she was like, "You should have listened to me." I was like, "What do you like right now you're going to say that?" But then cuz she was like trying to be like, "Hey, so this is how you dismount." And then I just like kind of lifted my foot up like, "I'm going to get off this."
Yeah.
And then
I got this.
And then bam, smack, I fall and I'm like and she's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" You should have listened to me. Are you okay? And then she's like, "Let's not tell mom." And then we go inside. Literally, dinner was ready. We go sit down. She just walks by. She hands me a pillow, and then I sit on that. And then my mom's like, "Why are you sitting on a pillow?" I'm like, "It's comfy."
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we gave in. We were like, "Yeah, he fell. He got hurt from it." And she's like, "No." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm okay."
Damn. Don't you have to sit on pillows when you have a hernia?
Don't know. Never had one.
Neither have I, but I imagine
Wait,
it's
hold
not
on.
fun.
Isn't a hernia? Wait. I didn't go to medical school. Why are you asking me?
I don't know. I'm not exactly sure I even know what a hernia is. But yeah, I would imagine like when dismounting a one wheel, like I'm sure there's a proper way to do it, but if you're gonna like do a panic dismount with both feet at the same time, because you're level.
Yeah.
As soon as you take 1 foot off, like it unlevels it. You know
yeah.
what I mean? 'Cause
No, and it, not only does it unlevel it, but it
it makes it go forward even
yeah,
faster.
because that's how it goes.
Yeah. I would like to think that like my actual skateboarding skills would come in handy with the one wheel.
Yeah.
Like I look at that thing and I'm like, dude, I could probably shred so hard on that thing. Do a tail slide first try or something.
I think you can, but I also think you can get. I mean, you know what?
I'm
I'm imagining
confident.
your first time on it. But if you got comfortable and you were doing it a lot, sure.
Right.
I
They
believe
they
you.
look heavy though. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that thing off the ground.
Yeah.
I'm not doing any kickflips on that
Yeah.
anytime soon.
There's like attachments and stuff that you can like when you jump, you could like bring it up with you. Like there's different things.
I
like
saw that, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is also why like the newer ones I heard get like 32 miles in like in a single charge, like some ridiculous amount of miles in a single charge, and I'm like, if you live in a city, like that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like you can get around fairly decently on that thing, and then go to a coffee shop and charge it for like 2 hours or an hour, and then like go home.
Mhm.
It's fucking sick.
Yeah.
I love the times we live in. Everything is so convenient nowadays.
It is an interesting era, isn't it?
It is.
Like when you think retro, what time period do you think when I say retro?
Late 1940s, early 1950s.
Okay. No,
Like-
give me a description word. I'll tell you what era I think.
Timeless.
The fuck? What do you mean time?
You s-
Oh, timeless.
Timeless.
Timeless. The future.
Because it never arrives. All we have is the now. I see what you mean.
Doesn't the future always arrive? 'Cause it's happening like, bam! It just happened right now. It just happened.
No, that's the present.
Oh. We're not stepping into the future every second. I mean, it's the present, but you know what I mean.
All we have is now, man.
You're right. Let me give you another
At
description.
least that's what Eckhart Tolle
Okay.
says.
Antique.
Prune juice.
I think we changed the game.
Did we? I'm like associate. Wait, you want me to give you like a specific year, like an antique year? Like
I mean, I guess, yeah. That's not what we're actually doing. I mean,
I
yeah.
just thought of like old people, and that made me think of like they probably can't poop very easily. So like prune juice.
I mean, that was a bad that antique was a bad one to like.
No, it was interesting.
Like retro made sense, right?
Yeah.
Vintage.
I really like. See, I'm still thinking like early 1930s, 40s, through like
Vintage.
1940s through 50s. Yeah. Well, maybe 90s,
Yeah.
but like
Retro, I think like 60s. Where everyone talked like this
was that the 60s?
on the airwaves. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was like the 1920s.
Nah, not fully.
It was a little bit
not
different,
Not
huh?
yet. They were the way they were sounding. They were. That's how they.
There were radios in the 1920s.
Not like. There aren't radios on the airways where everyone's talking like this. And we have going around on the fifth corner, horse number 5, horse number 5, horse number 5. Oh.
Okay,
You know
I
what
hear
I
you.
mean?
Yeah, no, I hear it now. Now that you like kind of extended that bit there, I was like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's like 50s, 60s.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because the 70s, things started to like have like pictures have color or
Yeah.
moving picture the pictures, the movies,
The movers,
yeah,
or yeah,
started to have the color.
the Nickelodeons, as they say,
Mm-hmm.
which is where Nickelodeon got its name.
Say that again. How does it get? How?
A Nickelodeon, was like this little like machine box that would play like a very short like moving picture, and they would cost a nickel, so they'd call it a Nickelodeon because like you'd put it in there, and like some of them had like goggles that you like look into the box, and like the pictures would just spin very fast, so it looks like it was moving. It's a Nickelodeon.
Dude, I did not know that.
Yeah. There you go. And the more you know.
That's what podcasts are for, man.
Exactly.
No, you know something I do all the time? Well, there's a few things.
I don't.
There's a few. I'm not going to bring up.
Breathe? Eat?
Well, no, I was just going to say, I say just kidding a lot.
Yeah. I've noticed that.
You have noticed that.
I've also... we've been over this.
Yeah.
You also do air quotes.
When they're not supposed to.
Yeah, at times where it doesn't make any sense. Like, you could be telling somebody that your name is Preston and you do the air quotes.
Yeah.
My name's Preston. And it's like, that is literally your name. Why are you doing that?
Yeah, I know. It's because I'll be describing something and then I bring up like I was at like the park, right?
Yeah,
and
the park.
That's like I don't know why I would quote there.
So what is the park then?
Yeah,
Is
then
that,
people go.
What is that code for?
People see. Yeah, I was at the park with my boys. And they're like, the fuck does that mean?
Is that like your secret place where you grow your weed? You were at the park.
Yeah. Why'd you put like? Bam, influence, not influence. What's the word? And why'd you highlight that phrase? What's the word?
Why'd you put quotations?
Not quotations, but like why'd you emphasis?
Why'd you put
God damn it.
emphasis?
Yeah, that's the word.
It's okay.
Why'd you
English
emphasize that?
English is our second language. It's fine.
When it gets night, by the way, we're filming this at like, I don't know, nighttime. I
Yeah.
get silly when it gets dark.
Me too. I've been up since like 4:45 in the morning.
This is a good combination then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No caffeine at all today. This is just I'm running off the power of my youth.
Really?
Yeah. I've stopped with the caffeine for now.
Is there a reason?
I've been taking like my health and exercising and my diet a lot easier. Funny enough, I did have a burger and fries
Yeah.
earlier today, but like that was the first time I've like had like a little quote unquote cheat day in a really long time. So I'm feeling pretty good, and part of it I figured is I need to get better sleep because that plays into like health and fitness too, right? You got to sleep. That's when your body recovers from your workouts. Sleep helps regulate your hormones.
It's all about the hormones.
When it's for real. When your hormones are regulated, you lose weight quicker, you think better, you feel better. So I was like, you know what?
You're the most you.
Yeah, I'm going to take it easy on the coffee to help me out a little bit whenever it's time for me to go to bed. So I've stopped drinking coffee. If I have coffee, and I haven't had coffee in like probably like a month and a half now, but if I do have it, I tell myself you can't have it past 11 a.m.
Good for you, man.
So if I want to go to a coffee shop and get coffee, I better do it early.
Yeah. I've never drank coffee in my life. And I'm not...
Not one time? It's never touched your lips?
I'm not joking. Not one time. It's never touched my lips. And...
Wow.
The reason... I just don't want to.
You make it sound like it's a drug.
Yeah.
Like it's a gateway to fucking meth. It all started with caffeine.
Yeah, I'm off it for a month now and be like, I was never on that shit, man.
One of these days I'm gonna just like slap a caffeine patch on your fucking forearm.
Yeah, I don't know. My reasoning is because most people use it to get energy, and I feel like I don't need to. Like if I'm tired, I'll just stick through it. Yeah.
You were a trooper at Rishi's birthday.
Thanks.
Yeah, 'cause it was like 3, 4 in the morning at that point, and you were dead. You were straight up falling asleep. Like
No, yeah.
outside.
I mean, I will.
Just thinking about it.
I was.
You know what you reminded me of? Do you remember that really old, and this might have been before your time even, I don't even know if you were born when this commercial was out, but there was this old commercial about like the warnings of smoking, and it's like, this is my friend. She used to be like active and alive, and now she smokes, and this is all she does. Yeah. And it's literally like a computer like animated deflated human like on a couch. Like it looks like they were literally deflated as if they were a balloon. It's a really weird commercial about like don't smoke, right?
Yeah.
Like that's what you reminded me of, because you were literally melting into like
the
patio furniture.
Yeah, I was just laying there like sunken into it, and then my head movements like, Sergio, start talking to me. If you like said, hey Preston.
Hey Preston. Yeah, and then somebody else would start talking.
And then I would still be looking at you, and then I'll be like,
You slowly look back the other way.
Yeah.
You went a while without saying anything. You were just there listening.
I was just in the moment. Yeah.
You were just like, yep,
Yeah.
hanging out with my friends.
Yeah. I get to a moment where I won't fall asleep. Like I can stay up, but I am a shell of who I am. Like I'm still me, but I'm just not going to be. I'm not talkative.
Yeah.
I'm just observant. I'm observant as hell.
He like don't ask you any questions. It's hard enough to process like the conversation that's going on anyways.
Yeah.
It's okay. I feel that. That's what I'm like even when I get like a full 8 hours sleep, which is rare. Which I need to start doing more often for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at least 6 is
Yeah.
good. It's better.
I remember being a little kid and having to focus on focusing. You know what that means? I was like, why can't I just sit down and do this? It was so frustrating because like I would want to do my homework. I would want to focus on like whatever I had to read that time, but like I would have to focus on the fact that I needed to focus. It was really weird.
No, I
think I probably should have gotten that checked out, but like I don't know.
No, I think that's a natural thing. I think everyone has that because I have that too. I think some people are able to overcome it a little bit more, but like there's times like I just have to I'll try to like be writing or something, and then I'm like nothing's happening. All right, I gotta I can't focus on trying to remember the story that I was trying to tell, and then I'm like, all right, I can't do this because I simply just can't. If I try to, it's not gonna be. It's just a waste of time. So then I have to walk away.
And writing's a trip too because like you're trying to. What you write for, at least, like you're writing to make what you're thinking, like your literal thoughts, you're trying to manifest them into reality. You're trying to make it look like a certain way on a screen, you know, like having a finished product. So like that adds a whole nother layer of complexity to it too.
Yeah, I guess that is kind of how I write. I imagine the scenes and the stuff in my head first, and then I'm like, yeah, and then I start writing. Which is, I don't know if that's what writers do, but I think they do.
Yeah, I mean, you are a writer. It's what you do. You are a writer, therefore it's what writers do.
I'm adding. It's part of my titles now.
There you go, writer.
I didn't know that.
Preston.
Yeah.
Writer, actor.
Cool.
Obsessive quotation air quote user.
Do that.
Yeah. No, but yeah, like writing is crazy. It's something that I wish. I shouldn't say that I wish, right? Because I believe that if I just sat down and like actually put in the time to learn the craft, I know I could do it.
It's very time consuming.
Yeah.
It takes up a lot of.
And I am all about immediate gratification.
Yeah, no, this is not.
I
It's
love
not
immediate
at all. like I've I've been writing this stuff for like a while.
Yeah.
And yeah. I'm still not done yet. But I know that when it's done, I will be happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you ever, while in the process of writing, are you ever like in so much frustration and like you're like, this is shit, everything's going to shit, like you're kind of like, fuck this, but then you finish writing it and it turns out either not as bad as you thought it was going to be or even better than it was going to be, and then you like in hindsight you're like, that was fun, but in the moment you just hate it?
Sorry, I've been adjusting like camera stuff just to like constantly doing that. Yeah. You said, do I write stuff and then like in the moment it's good, but then later on I'm like, I hate it?
Yeah, like
was that your question?
Like having that phenomenon where it's like in the moment you're having like a horrible time doing it because it's just not coming out your way, but then in hindsight you're like, that wasn't so bad.
Yes.
You're like, oh, that was actually really fun.
There were days where I had to like force myself to like write because I was like, I have nothing else to go on. I have nothing else going on today. I'm not acting. I have no audition things or anything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna try to write what I like to continue to get the momentum of the story continuing, to like at least think of where I'm gonna go. And then I was like, I don't. It took me a while, and then I would walk away because I got nothing. Go on my phone, and I'd be like, shit, I can't be on my phone. So then I put my phone away, walk back to the computer, like look at it, kind of reread, just a little section above or the full thing, and then I'm like, all right. And then I start like maybe typing something just to like get it going, and then a future idea pops up, and I'm like, okay, I want to get to that.
Something, anything.
Yeah. It's not necessarily the immediate next thing that I think of. I think of a future thing, and I'm like, okay, so I have to write 2 scenes before I get to that. I'm gonna get to that, so I figure out how to get to that thing that I'm excited for.
That's awesome.
But still, there's times where nothing happens.
I think. Oh yeah.
And then the opposite of that, I have written scenes. You read one that I've written things because I was like, I've got nothing, but I need to at least I'll fine tune it, and then I write it, and then I'm like, these characters are not how they were at the beginning. And then, or how they should be, or however, and then I have to like basically erase everything. But I get the flow of it correct. Like I'm like, they do this type of thing here, do this type of thing here, this type of thing here, or I just change it. It's it's different.
The way you described your process though was, I'm pretty sure I once saw an interview with Quentin Tarantino, and like that's like the exact same way he writes too. That he described it, where like he more or less knows what's gonna what he wants to happen at the end, and it's just a matter of like writing it backwards. Like, all right, how did we get there? Or sometimes like he'll know like the beginning, middle, and end, but like the in between stuff, it's like, all right, how did we get there? How do we connect the dots in an interesting way?
Yeah, I think that's like, I guess that is definitely what I do, because I get. Either I start with the beginning, and I'm like, yeah, that's good. And then I kind of think of an end, and I'm like, okay, yeah. And then I think of a middle thing. And then I just have fun with like little things that maybe aren't necessary for the story. Sorry, one of the cameras turned off. I just turned it back on. What was I just saying?
We were talking about your writing process.
Oh, yeah, I was like, beginning.
Middle, end, and finding interesting ways to get to each of those things.
My favorite stuff in shows and movies are some of the stuff where it's just like if it's an action movie, it could be just them sitting at a diner, like no action, but like just the characters being the characters with the characters, like, or if it's a comedy, like something serious, like I don't know, I just like things that aren't necessarily necessary to get the story going, but they are in it just 'cause.
But they still add to the overall experience.
Yeah, it still adds to the whole experience, but like it's like that's what mostly, I don't know, 'cause there's some movies that are just formulaic. Yeah, formulaic.
Formulaic.
There's some movies that are like a formula where they just have, they just go in the same style, the exact same pacing. All right, first scene, you introduce them. Fifth scene, a little bit of tension. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
No, I totally know what you mean.
Yeah.
Me and the cousins were watching. What's her name? Lindsay Lohan's like comeback Christmas movie on Netflix, and just from the very beginning, it's like you immediately know exactly how this movie's gonna play out. I was even like, there's a scene where she's holding firewood and she's like walking it like back to her cabin or whatever the fuck, and I'm like, watch her slip. Like this is the part where she slips, and as soon as I finish that sentence, lo and behold, she slips in the snow and drops all the firewood, and I was like, of course.
Yeah.
And then I also called like her romantic encounter, and her like having a moment while they're skiing, 'cause he's like teaching her how to ski or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, but in that type of movie, I feel like it's more forgiving, 'cause it's a style. It's a thing. Like they chose
The
like,
Hallmark style.
yeah, I mean, they could have gotten more creative and unique with it if they wanted to. Sure, but I think it's a yeah.
It's a formula that's worked and that it has its audience.
Yeah, definitely.
And everybody got paid. Hopefully,
Yeah,
whoever worked on it. A job is a job. So.
And it also just might necessarily not be for you. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's definitely not for me.
Yeah. I watched
Unless we make it into a drinking game, then it's definitely for me.
yeah. I watched Bullet Train on Netflix.
Oh my god, it's so good.
It is so good. I wanted to see it in theaters, but I didn't, and I'm kind of But I enjoyed that. Like that movie has that artistic approach, but it's a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The end, I was like, I could forgive everything else that happened, but the end was like so nonsensical, like whimsical. I was like, everybody would be dead. Everybody would be dead.
Yeah, do wish. I mean, I don't know,
but it was still like it didn't take away from how awesome the movie was.
Yeah, I guess that was the only thing to like maybe make it make sense a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm not tripping about it.
I'm not either. I had to mention it, but I'm not tripping about it either.
Yeah. Like if they had more time, if literally anything they were to work on, I feel like it would just maybe that would be what they would try to work on.
I don't know if I'm not watching enough movies or not, but I feel like that guy that played, was it Lemon or Orange or Tangerines? Who was Tangerine? Who was Lemon?
Tangerine was Aaron Taylor Johnson. Lemon was Brian. I don't know his last name.
Something Henry?
Yeah.
Lemon was Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tangerine, that's the same guy that played Kick-Ass, right?
Yeah, I've never seen that movie.
It's a really good movie.
Okay.
You should watch it.
Okay.
I would recommend it. It's really funny. Yeah, I feel like I saw him in Kick-Ass 2, Godzilla, and this. Like that's it, I feel like. He's a great actor.
He is a great actor.
Like that scene in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Where he's saying his goodbyes.
Yeah.
I was like, that was incredible.
His performance in the whole thing was. The three of them: Brad Pitt, Brian, something Henry,
something with a T.
Tyler.
Tyron. Something with a T. Not Tyler. I don't think.
You don't think Tyler?
No.
We gotta put. Where's my my phone's recording.
I mean.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. The point is, the three of them, they're really good.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah. Every person in that movie, I think, did great.
Yeah.
My acting teacher, one of my acting teachers and mentors in college, his name was Bill. Fucking Bill and Cynthia, fucking great mentors, and I'm happy that I got to be mentored by them and taught by them and stuff. But anyways, Bill. So a lot of the other students complained that like he sometimes wasn't as specific or concrete with his instruction.
Yeah.
And like he used a lot of like I don't even know what the word I'm looking for here is. Like said one thing in a very like woo woo kind of way. Like,
sorry, I brought my quotation fingers up when I was about to say almost like a pretentious type of way.
Not pretentious. I mean, it didn't come off as pretentious for me. I don't know about the other students. I can't speak for them. But like some of his instructions might be something like give it more pluck, more pluck. And for like, it's really weird because I feel like sometimes I learn better through just osmosis.
Yeah.
And so like when he would say vague shit like that, I'd be like, yeah. Like I felt the energy and like what he meant behind it. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. Like that. Yes. Like, thank you. Like
pluck.
That's what I need.
That's what
pluck.
we need.
That's what I needed. I needed pluck. I didn't know that's what I needed.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a word till now, but thank you. That's what it was. But like other people were like, fuck, just like tell me more specifically like this is what needs to happen. This is the action that needs to happen, you know?
Yeah.
And so going back to oh, like what specifically do you want to talk about or whatever the hell? Like, I don't know, man. Let's just go with the flow. That's always like been my my specialty.
Yeah.
Learning through osmosis.
No, that's good because I've done this podcast for like a while. I have over 100 episodes, which that's kind of crazy for me to even say. But each one has been different. There's some that I've felt more myself and just like talked and like made jokes, and then there's times where like I feel like I'm having to force a conversation to the camera, or if I'm by myself or with whoever I have. Sometimes I feel like I'm having to like try to bring like just, you know,
Bring some oomph to it.
yeah, but like
some pluck.
in real life, I'm very just whatever's happening is happening. Someone suggests something, I'll be like, I'm down, or I'll be like, I'm not down for that actually, but I'll go, or you know, like that's not true. Sometimes I will straight up say no, I don't want to do that, but
Which is good. Having boundaries is healthy.
yeah, but I'm very go with the flow.
Yeah.
I've personally, I'm gonna say this, I have personally really enjoyed this episode, Sergio.
Shucks.
No, I'm not even joking. Like, this is, like, I've had episodes where I've had my phone, I've had things prepared. I had nothing prepared intentionally because I was like, I just know that we can just, like, talk. Like, we got that.
We make an effort in conversation.
Yeah.
And when it comes to a podcast, that's all you really need, right?
Yeah. What was I saying last time we were together when I was like, oh, yeah, we just finished each other's
Sentence sandwiches.
Yeah, see? You just did it right there.
I'm so tired.
Yeah, but that's okay. But yeah.
Yeah, this was fun, man.
Yeah. I feel like this is a natural stopping point. You down to end it right here?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what other topics we'll discover and where we'll decide to venture in our next intellectual reunion.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
everything we say is high intelligence.
Top
and,
notch.
Yeah. I didn't know nuance.
Yeah.
I mean, I did.
This is Rick and Morty level smarts right here.
I was going to try to do one of their voices as, like, the outro. Do you want to be
God,
Rick?
do not. No.
Wait, who do you want?
I'm just kidding. No, I am horrible. I'll be Bane. I'll be a really horrible Bane.
All right, I'll be Morty. You ready? We're gonna end it. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Oh jeez. No, fuck. No, I'm not doing this shit no more.
That's actually really, really
What?
good.
Really?
That was actually really.
Yeah.
That was like spot on, Morty.
Sorry. Oh jeez, I'm really tired. But you know what? I'm here with this is so grating. I hate it. This was Sergio and I. Typical podcast. The end. Thank you guys for watching and listening. The podcast is not like back, but I will do episodes every now and then. Just FYI. Is there anything you want to say?
Thanks for having me. Number
Okay.
one. And I hope to be back. I hope this isn't just like a one-off thing.
No, I would definitely love to have you back.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Happy to be back. So till next time.
Till next time. Boom.